Hello, hello! I am very glad to join you tonight, this evening. That's alive. Maybe you wasn't aware at all about it. I just decided to make it now. I was waiting for quite a long time to make it, and that's really a necessary life because we are in the way of this fantastic 1st of May portals. This Beltane portal united with the Vesak energy. So many people will go into the compassion and love of the Buddha ways, of the Buddha paths. And that's really a fantastic opportunity for us to grow and to open to our new being. It's a new birth. So it was necessary for me in this period to give you some tools to go higher. Okay, so let's come, and that's the episode 3 of Develop Your Extrasensory Perceptions, 3 powerful keys to receive guidance from archangels, dragons, and otherwise. You will see that's really fantastic. Just follow us. Don't hesitate to look at fully at this video because really you will learn things. I practice them quite a lot, and now I'm very fluent about them. I receive message every day from the light beings. We do our light beings, we others, but I would like you to learn, if you agree, to be in touch with those light beings and with all the invisible world that is around us, though there are no more borders between you and all those worlds that we can call universe or multi-universe, whatever. So let's start. Let's start. Okay, go. Is that better there? Okay. Okay, episode 3 powerful keys to receive guidance. Okay, let's go to that. Key 1, attunement. Feel the presence of an archangel. I want with that part to go to the basis. The basis just for you to really know if you can feel in yourself the presence of an archangel or not. So what I'm going to propose to you, it would be a way to start communication with him, because when an archangel will be inside you, that could be, okay, that's a yes to my questions. When he goes outside you, that will be a no as an answer to your question. So that can be a good way to start answering and to start communication. That's the way I've been starting. And now I'm very fluent with that, because you'll see that we'll get much more information than the things that can be transmitted by a yes and a no. And at the time, you will just ask question which has been fed by all the frequencies that you have been in touch with and through the archangels. And so that will be a great way for you to develop the communication with the light beings. So I am really glad to see that you are quite a lot to follow this live. So feel the presence of an archangel. Okay, first of all, I will propose you just to open your heart. To open your heart just by going to recent events where you were fully in the present, not at all being anxious, not at all being in a state of having anxiety from the past, not at all being aware or anxious for the future, just being fully there, open-hearted, happy to be there with the suns going on, the sky, even some small winds going on, and the trees and the plants, everything's in connection with the birds, and that's really the way to be there and open-hearted. So let's go to the following. Attunement, we feel the presence of an archangel. And then what I propose to you, that's just call an archangel. Please do it right now, open-hearted. And then if you gave attention just before to really the strengths of gravity coming on to you, the states of mind, the states of the state in which your cells were, you will really feel that now that the archangel is there, there is a slight difference. You will feel in some way much more open, more clarity into you. Maybe you will feel yourselves lighter and your body not so much submitted to the strength of gravity. And maybe you can feel something in your hair going on because that's the increase in the levels of vibrations due to the presence of the archangels. So it's really here. And here, this time is present to you in an etherical forms. And you know that the ether, it's a plan that is the closest to our 3 days incarnation, so that you can really feel it. So what I propose to you, that's okay, let's go. Just go with your hands, just ask him to be just in front of you. And with your hands like that, like in kinesiology, just leave your hands go like that, and at a time, let's do your hands will stop. And there, that means that you are against the body of the archangels. And then you can go a little bit higher, and then here you are on the shoulders. And then you can feel the head just above you, maybe. And if you want to, you can feel also the wings of the archangels. That's a way to feel its shape, to know how high he is, and to be in connection with him, because you are either connected by your physical senses through your hands, but you are also connected by the heart connections between you all. So that's really something fantastic. So just feel it quietly. And now that you are in connection with the archangel, what I'm proposing to you is just receive the archangel within you, into your body. Just ask him to be into you. Awaken with archangel's energy. That's what I feel it, his energy perfume. Because each light beings has a different quality of energy. That's what I call a different quality of energy perfume. And that's something, because here you are with an archangel. You can have called Gabriel, Metatron, Michael. Okay, saying Michael is there for me, because I'm working with him quite a lot today. That's the third time that he's coming. And so Michael is there. So what I'm feeling there is just do me a strong healing into my body, into all of my organs, and into my energy bodies also. That's very nice, that's very wonderful, and there is so much love and gentleness into what he's doing. And he will give it to you, others. You can really feel that. That's the proof of his presence into you. If you have some doubts, don't have anymore, just feel the difference. Sense the fragrance of his presence. And if you want to really get proof that he's existing right now and that this phenomenon is not something that your mind has created, please, just do something. Okay, we are going to work the magic. Just ask him to go outside of yourself now. Okay, go some meters away, please, Archangel, Michael or Metatron, whatever the name of the Archangel is with you. Okay, and now you will feel again, slowly, you will begin to be again human. So you will feel the shape of gravity is becoming stronger and stronger. You will feel the communication between yourselves going slower. Okay, you will feel your energy is not flowing so well than before. Something into you is lacking. That's this divine dimension that the Archangel has. Okay, and then if you want to get the proof that it's real, just ask him to come back. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. I just let me infuse by his divine presence. And that's really changed. My perception is changing. I can see, even so I have closed eyes, that my psychic eyes can see really well. There is much more light, and that's my hearing is getting better and better, and I can feel the energy sparking, like crystal energies going on. I can feel all my cells and my audience that are really happy right now of the presence, about the presence of Michael. I can feel that of my body is happiness and joy now. That's good exercise to do, and you can spend sometimes every days if you want to, just to be used to receive into you and to communicate heart by heart with an archangel. And now, what I'm proposing to you is just asking some questions. Okay, yeah, my name is Philip, for example. Okay, is my name Philip, dear archangel? Okay, and then to the answer, yes, you can feel it stay in your body, and you can really feel in your body, your heart growing, your heart expanding, that's heat going on into all of your body. Wow, that's really wonderful. That's real yes. And sometimes you can get some really big information about the peoples to which you are giving uh, you're giving healing, for example, and so you can ask to the archangel to confirm what you have felt, what you've received, just by the way that we are doing right now. So my name is Philip, as I told you. So the other parts of the exercise is to ask him. The convention is when it's a no, you go outside my body. So I will ask him, okay, is my name André? And then as we've done before, I become human again. I can feel he's no more here. I want you to be there. I feel human again. I want to be divine. I want to be with you. That's so good. That's so well. Okay, I believe that I will ask him to stay with me during my sleep. It will be a wonderful night for me. And so, okay, please come back. My name is not Andre. My name is Philippe. Okay, so he is back. So wonderful. Now, just let's continue. With that, where are we going? After the archangel and the communication of the archangel, the first path of communicating with an archangel, feel his presence or his departure. If it is a yes, your heart will glow and your aura will expand. If it is a no, ask him to leave. Connect with the heart. That's really wonderful. Okay, so in this way, I can tell you that I got really tremendous information. Once I was with a woman around 35 years old, and I was doing one of I was in the beginning of my healing sessions. It was 18 years ago. We say 18 to 20 years ago. And so I was there, and then I've seen that she was accompanied by an entity, a human entity on her, an astral entity. And so I get the information that he was his uncle there. And so I see him, and he was in the astral plans. And so I ask him, okay, what do you have to tell to this woman, to that you are close to her right now? Okay, tell me that I want her to give me a pardon. Pardon? Why? What have you done? And so just show me. And so he just show me or tell me or give me the information that when she was young, she has done sexual things with this woman, sexual abuse. And I hear this information, I get this information, but okay, I wasn't sure about that. That's so, for me in the beginning of that, I didn't know that there were so many women that has been living that kind of thing. So it was difficult to hear. And so I've been asking to the Archangel, okay, I've got this information. Is it real one? Is it true? First time he told me yes. By using these techniques that we have been going through, I ask him again, is it true? Yes. Okay, but I receive exactly this kind of information. The entity with there, he is his uncle, and he has abused sexually of her when she was young. Is that right? And now you want a pardon to go into the light. Is that right? Yes. Okay, so I decided to talk to the woman. I asked her, okay, what's about this uncle? What's about when he was arriving during a dinner, family dinner? So she told me, everybody stopped talking, and there were a great silence accompanying is the new. So she remembered that. She remembered that, sorry. She remembered that. And then I asked her, okay, and you as a child, have you been alone with him? And then all the memories came back to her, and she has been crying a lot. And that was very difficult. And you know what? She did have the courage to pardon to his uncle. That's really a very strong woman, very strong courage to be allowed to do that. And then the uncle has been able to go into the light due to her and due to him, because he has been to the end of his dark side, I would say. So that's the kind of story you see where you get information and you can use the techniques that I've been teaching to you and that I've taught to you. This technique, you can use it to get a confirmation to what you have been receiving, and that helps you develop this inner sense of communicating with the light beings. And later, you won't have even the needs to ask for to ask for confirmation of what you receive, because you know deeply in your heart, deeply in your nature, that it's true. Okay, so let's go for this part. No, I'll go there. Learn how to recognize a light being by its energy perfume. That's what I've told you before. So each light being has a different energy perfume. So we are going to make an exercise so you will be able to qualify the difference in kind of energies, in fragrance of energy of each different people into the light being. So first of all, okay, the first illustration just came back from the Great Book of the Enlightened Being that will be published in October 2026 from Findorn. And then there is also called a dragon, and you see this illustration coming from a book that has been published and that is pretty successful right now about the great books of the galactic beings and intraterrestrial inner earth beings, that has been published in France, but not yet in English, not yet in the US. And you can call a galactic being. So that's an illustration that I made. A galactic being from Tuban in the Draco constellation. So you can see there how books are, how you say, are really accompanied by nice drawings. So call and help. So I propose to you, first of all, that to be able for you to recognize different fragrance, different perfume of the light beings people, just call an elf. So they belong to the nature spirits groups. Okay, donc ask to the elf to come into you as you did before with the Archangel. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm just... I have to share. Okay, just ask an elf to come back, to come into you, please, to be into yourself, in your body. And before, as always, be really aware of the environment in which you are, the way your body feels. And when you are really aware into the present time, just ask the elf to come back, to come into you, to inhabit you in some ways. And so let's feel the difference. Now you are getting, okay, much more like a little bit like in childhood, thrill of what's going on, really connected to the trees and the plants and so on, to the nature, and also to the animals, the birds and so on. And also you can feel a strong connection with all the other nature spirits, like the dwarves, fairies, but not only, with the dragons also, and also sometimes with the galactics, because there are spirits, nature spirits everywhere in the universe. So that's very interesting to get this feeling, because that's a real connection with our Mother Earth through the nature spirit, and all the good that they can give to the earth and to the people who are living there, to the human beings and to all the livings. So just going to this connection, you're at home again, because maybe you did have an incarnation as an elf. So that's something fantastic, maybe. So now I propose you, so the goals of this exercise is just to know how to distinguish the energy perfume of different light beings. So, okay, thanks the elves. Please go some meters away now. Thank you. And now, please call a dragon. Maybe that's a dragon that you've known since quite a very, very long time. And ask him to come by. Yeah. Okay. As soon as the dragons arrive, you can feel your first and your second chakra being really initialized to its maximum. And then a deep, deep connection to the earth and a feeling of strength and powerful, but with a lot of gentleness and love. And so you can ask the dragon to come by just in front of you and just communicate head by head, like that. Okay, feel of this love filling you, filling your body. Feel of this power going on at the surface of the light. Wow. They are already here since tens of thousands of years and maybe more, I believe, more than 100,000 of years. And present with us, accompanying us always, being guardians of certain sacred sites, sacred mountains, and so on. I really love to be with dragons. That's powerful connections, that's friends, and maybe much more. And you will learn much more by just reading the Great Book of the Enlightened Beings. And so, yeah, that's really just so now feel the perfume of this particular dragon, how it is different from the one of the earth. Okay, just inhale and exhale into the connection with this dragon. Wow, it's make your body feels really different from the precedent light beings who has been with you. That different sensation and different feelings, different openness. That's not really the same things. Okay, so now you can ask the dragon to go away. And now I propose you to call a galactic being. That's it is coming from the Andromedan galaxy. Not from the Andromedan galaxy, sorry, from the Draco constellation, from Thuban, to be more exact, from Thuban in the Draco constellation. So you can ask him. So as you see around his head, he's speaking a nice light language. And so you can ask him to come and there to be into you, so you can feel his language, just giving new information, new frequencies to all your cells, and to develop your psychic capabilities, and also to develop new competences in you. And maybe for some people who need it to get some healing coming on, so you can have the frequencies of the light language going on onto the organs of the parts of the body that's need this kind of vibrations. And that's also an awakening vibration, because there is so much love in these people. They are used to communicate as a whole entity, as a whole light beings, as a whole people. And that's something fantastic. Everybody cares for everybody in their civilization. There is no judgment at all, so just feel that. That's really wonderful to be there. We human beings are capable of that, but we have to develop that in our civilization. So inhale and exhale these qualities of beings that they are giving to you right now by their frequencies. and feel how they are different from the one of the dragon and the one from the elves. I would say that this galactic being from Tuben is much more used to transport himself everywhere in the universe and to travel a lot. Our elves are in connection with the universe, but they don't travel so much in the universe. That's a new thing. Okay, so that's it is a part two. Part two, the key, the third key of what we are doing right now. That's was a wonderful key, and you can take times to go with the inner earth beings and with the dragons of Mu, for example, on the inner earth dragons, and then with the dwarves, and then with the fairies, and then with the archangels, and then with their thunder masters, and then with the saints, and well with the 24 elders, and so on. And you can take stuff with them. And so you will learn the energy perfume, and sometimes we'll have very good information going on, very good message, and that's a way to develop yourself. Okay, so let's see what's. Wow, that's something that I love. Develop your psychic way of seeing the invisible, from seeing to seeing. Because when I write it without any capital, seeing is only our physical abilities. And very often there is confusions in developing our psychic ability because seeing the invisible world is said with the same word that seeing with our physical capabilities. And that's really different. You don't see with your physical capabilities. You see with a capital with your psychic capabilities. So that's not at all the same organs who are working right now. So when you know that, you won't say anymore, okay, I can't see anything in the invisible world. And first of all, if you want to see the invisible world, you have to get used to use every part of your body and or to be conscious also of your subtle bodies. Every part of your cell has to be open and you have to use all of them. It's not only a part of it. And then there is something that is really important to develop your psychic way of seeing the invisible. What I propose to you is to soften your focus. You know, in school, you have been taught to keep your attention on the lesson. So it was always getting your attention to the lesson. Somebody make you tense. And while you are tense, only a small parts of your capabilities are open. And then we want to go beyond the borders of beyond the borders, and we want to go through and to see the invisible world. So we have to soften our focus and to let our vision become slightly blurred. So when you do that, when you don't focus anymore, you let your vision become slightly blurred, you begin to see just around the people like waves of heat, when you get out of the sauna, for example. And that's the aura. You begin to see parts of the aura. And just try it anyway, anytime. Just try it by looking at me. You can see my aura. And at a time, you can even ask the question, okay, for example, is there some, in this aura that I'm seeing, in this aura field, is there any breaches? Sometimes an inner answer may arise and you can say to somebody who is in front of you, okay, you have an aura breach onto your right shoulder, for example, and he will tell you, okay, just I broken it a few years ago, and okay, you know that you will have to repair his aura so that they can really feel better and that there are no more outside things that go through him, through these breaches. So From seeing to seeing, do not stare or force precision, gaze gently without fixing on anything. Then you will begin to notice waves, heat-like movements, or subtle light around the body. This is the beginning of seeing the aura. After that, you can ask where the aura field has breaches and an inner answer may arrive. This is the beginning of true psychic seeings. And I promise you that by doing that at a time, you will be able to go to some doors, you go some portals when you are walking into the nature. So somewhere it's on the path to sacred fields. You have kind of doors, you have places where your body stops, when you can feel with your hands, there is a portals. And then when you go there, usually there are guardians, maybe dwarves, maybe sometimes a dragon or an archangels or others, or troll. And then you know that and you feel and you can see the rocks where he's standing, and then you can just look at the rocks, let your vision blur, and then begin to see a shape and tell yourself, okay, it's a troll because he's really high. So, and after you can, by the teaching that you've received just before, you can ask to the troll, hello troll, I am glad to see you. I am glad that you are guardians. Are you really a troll? Did I saw you well with that? And you will get the answer the way we've been doing that before. So today we have increased our extrasensory capabilities. We have been able to communicate with archangels. We have been able to feel different perfume, different fragrance of energies of the light beings. And we welcome an elf, Galactic, and a dragon. And you begin to learn the basis of the communications and to receive information and to ask for to be sure about it by asking yes or no, is it real what I received? And then we begin to understand how to see in the invisible world. So good trainings for you all to develop these extra capabilities, and that they not require any capability. Just train, just do it, just believe in you, have faith. And I promise you will develop your extrasensory capabilities. And with the manifestation, with this portal that we are going through in May, and with the development of the energies, openness of the energies in this time of ascension, you might develop well quite quickly. Believe me, because there are so many people in the world developing them at the same times, so that you may benefit from that. There is really a portal for that. Believe in you, train, be happy, be in love, and be divine. I love you, and I see you next time. If you did love this video, just please share it and don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel. Bye bye, I'm Philippe Gilbert.